Welcome back to another issue. It is I, Shino Brando.
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
And in this issue, we take a bunch of animals to the Thunderdome and see who's best in show.
And joining us today, we have Danica LeBlanc, co-owner of Variant Edition Graphic Novels and Comics.
Hi there.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so today we are going to be facing the Pet Avengers versus the Legion of Super Pets. Now, to set the stage, just so we know the stake and what's up, one of Krakoa's portals has opened onto Star City. Our animals have, for whatever reasons, come into contact with each other. Red Wing sent out the call, Crypto went and picked everyone up, dropped them at the portal to site, time to go. And we have built specific rosters to try and make this matchup reasonable. Unfortunately, this has required dropping characters like Miss Lion, who is just Aunt May's dog, no superpowers involved, just a normal dog. Instead, on the Pet Avengers, we have Red Wing, Lockjaw, Lockheed, Throg, and Zaboo. And on the Legion of Super Pets, we have Flexi the Plastic Bird, Dexstar, Streaky the Super Cat, Crypto the Super Dog, and Ace the Bat Hound. Starting us off, Red, what's up with birds?
They're just birds! Okay, so the first fight is Flexi the Plastic Bird versus Red Wing. Without Falcon there, Red Wing, it's just a bird that fights good. Ish, mostly. Because of how these two are linked psychically due to an encounter from the Red Skull between Falcon and his flippin' bird, they're just tied together to make Falcon be able to see through Red Wing's eyes.
Not super useful from Red Wing's perspective.
No, Red Wing also brings, and I quote many a wiki and the book he appeared in, vampiric traits.
What?
Wait, what?
What? Pardon?
What?
So when Mr. Torres was able to be the Falcon, he was manipulated with some of Red Wing's DNA, and he got vaguely vampiric-looking teeth for a little while, and it took a while to just undo that.
Red Wing's a bird! Red Wing doesn't even have teeth!
Yeah, what?
Teeth.
Teeth?
But do you think that these vampiric abilities can impact Flexi?
I do not think so, because it's essentially the same powers as Plastic Man.
Who is a bastard?
Who is A bastard. B, really nice if you get to know him, but very much he's definitely a stereotype. Flexi does not have working organs that even if these were truly vampiric traits, just there's nothing there.
It's like biting a plastic fruit.
You're biting a chew toy.
Do you think he squeaks?
I think he squawks.
Red Wing is just a bird.
So it then becomes just a bird versus a stretchy bird.
So what you're saying in the long run is
they're just birds.
What about it?
If I hadn't made this clear already, Flexi takes this by a long shot.
Yes.
Having one extra IQ point for Flexi. Flexi has appeared in exactly one book. Okay, League of Super Pets #1. Red Wing in all of history, and then being essentially turned into a drone in the MCU. At the end of the day, doesn't stand a chance. Flexi takes it.
Okay, the plastic bird is OP.
Worst case scenario, he turns into a cosmic egg and nearly ends the world.
Phoenix, is that you?
All right, so Flexi the Plastic Bird wins. Sweet.
One. That's one already. Okay.
Next up, we have Danica's pick for the fights. What do you got?
All right, I chose Lockjaw versus Dexstar, and I think my choice will be a bit controversial because Lockjaw is the obvious pick. However, I picked Dexstar because he is powered by rage, and I feel like that's actually stronger than being the goodest boy.
That's right. Makes sense.
Dexstar has a lot of rage. Really angry cat.
He had a really bad origin story. I mean, poor thing was thrown off a bridge. I think anybody has rightfully that amount of rage. Now, yes, Lockjaw has the teleportation powers, but I still feel like Dexstar has like the conniving side of him.
Okay.
Like also the Red Lantern vomit that Dexstar can do. Everything's covered in horrible, angry goo.
I'm sorry. Rage vomit?
Yeah. Are you not familiar with the Red Lantern rage vomit?
By
They-
me,
they do that.
action.
That's the plasma,
No.
right?
What
Yeah.
is
Yep.
Vomit, please.
They just kind of go bleh, and out comes angry red goo.
And what does the red
Anyone
goo
who
do?
has owned a cat understands how powerful cat vomit is.
I,
Just hairball.
Gross.
that I know.
Yeah,
but what is,
trust me.
So what does Rage Vom do exactly?
I think it might be a little bit corrosive. It's certainly very gross.
Vom is gross. Okay, cool.
See, some of these powers are they're simple cat features, but they're amplified.
Ah,
Because cats are already very angry at the world for disrespecting them. And so this one
Effort.
has, right? This one has powers. This one has a ring. It can go to space. He can talk. So I feel like if cats could talk, I mean, they'd be swearing a mile a minute.
great.
Oh, God, probably.
facts. You know, I'm seeing the image of Rage Vom now, and you know what? Just by looking at the image, I think it wins.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
animal that's using Vom as a defense mechanism, you've won.
And I mean,
I'm pretty happy with my choice. I love Lockjaw. He's a sweet, good boy.
The sweet,
but
sweet good
he's
boy.
too sweet.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
sweet good
Too
boy.
sweet for this fight.
Dang. All right.
Lockjaw would
Poor
go to
thing.
lick Dexter, and Dexter would just cut a hole through him.
Dang,
Yeah.
That seems like that's 2 for the Legion already. Oh boy.
I mean, some of the next few fights are tricky.
Yeah, oh, they are.
I believe that takes us to our next situation, which would be Zaboo versus Ace the Bat Hound.
Oh, okay. So this one's a bit tricky. So I had to do a bit of research here and there and kind of just stack things up. So taking Ace's 2 forms of being a Great Dane and a German Shepherd, I made him a mix. So that brings him up to about 210 pounds
Oof.
and with some real agility. Where Zaboo is a Pleistocene Smilodon, aka a saber-toothed tiger, who's abnormally large for his size. So that brings him up to about 1,000 pounds, about a ton, human-like intelligence. And so we have Krakoa and Star City. And this fight literally got decided by a coin flip, best 2 out of 3. So this is the only reason why this person won. This animal won. Okay?
We're
keep-
listening.
This one is a battle as old as times, cat versus dog. The portals have opened. Curious about these large glowing wormholes, Ace the Bat Hound sits in with his head tilted, wondering what the hell this is. On the other side, lurking and studying the strange event happening in the tall bush, Zaboo. He stalks until he sees a figure who happened to be a good boy. Deciding to be a brave doggo, Ace walks through the portal. 1, because he's curious, and 2, because he has to go pee.
Oh,
He
As
am
he sniffs the
doggo.
bush- As he sniffs the bush, Zaboo leaps forward, going for the quick kill. With perky ears and years of training from Alfred and Bruce, Ace immediately sprints forward, leaving Zaboo behind before he can land. Giving chase, Ace decides to take refuge in tall grass. Stopping pace and sniffing the area, Zaboo catches Ace's scent. As he leaps through the grass, thinking he has his prey, Ace is already gone. Dropping from high above from a tree, Ace lands on Zaboo's back, now in cape and cowl.
Aww.
oh my god.
Not a slouch in his own right, Zaboo takes a wild jump to knock Ace off his back. The dark fur detective is flung into the air, but lands with grace, something taught him by Master Grayson. Growing frustrated with his food, Zaboo enters a bloodlust and charges after Ace. In their chase, the tiger makes pace and takes a swipe. Hearing Zenby behind him, Ace takes a sharp turn and lets Zaboo swipe and knock over a full-grown tree with ease.
Oh my god.
Losing ground and running out of hiding spots, Ace notices a dark cave. Hoping to use the darkness as his ally, he hides. A very perturbed tiger enters, using natural-born night vision to search for his meal, along with sniffing him out. Ace pops out, takes a leap, and jumps off the tiger's back again, keeping elusive as much as possible. Being the heavier one, Zaboo cannot react in time to catch his furry prey. Ace disappears yet again. He lets out a few borks. Bork, bork. Zaboo looks around, confused by the echoing. Loud and ear-splitting, borking drives the tiger out of the entrance of the cave, right back to the outside. Ace runs past him, but now without a quick snip of the tiger, examining his thick hide. Zaboo gives chase again. As he closes in, another portal opens up and the two run through. The landscape has changed. They are now in Star City at night. Loud and bustling with people, Zaboo loses sight of the dog and is now surrounded by a mass of screaming people. He darts off into an alley to take refuge. The Bork Knight returns, hiding in the shadows. he
hate
lets
that.
his presence be known by popping his head over a rail. He has now the high ground above an building
shit.
fire escape. Now no longer hungry and just plain angry, Zaboo follows suit and takes a leap into the fire escape. Ace tilts his head and begins to breathe heavily, tongue out. Sitting and waiting, Zaboo slowly makes his way up to Ace. Turning and running his way up the fire escape, Ace moves swiftly due to his frame being slender. Being wiser, Zaboo decides to ascend via outside the fire escape, climbing with his natural cat-like abilities. Rain begins to drop, a downpour that blankets the city. Now with nowhere to run, Ace sits patiently, waiting with a doggo face. Zaboo lurks, drops low, and ready to pounce. Zaboo jumps forward, knowing the dog will turn to take a dodge. He turns with a hard swipe, claws out. Ace takes a brunt of the hit as he turns and runs. Taking a hard hit,
no.
Zaboo now walks slowly over to a recovering bat hound. Looking up at the large tiger, he barks out, "Must save Bruce." To which Zaboo roars, "Why did you say that name?"
I can't believe you done this.
Not wanting to explain, Ace decides it takes a desperate bite and begins a death rattle on one of Zaboo's paws. Taking the bite, and in pain, Zaboo swiped and bonks Ace once again. As their battle rages, the police and animal control show up down below. Noticing the flashing lights, Ace readies himself for one last attempt to get away from his killer cat. Zaboo lunges forward for a kill bite. Ace tucks himself and then goes for the leap. Locking his jaw into the underbelly of the tiger, the two tumble over the side of the rooftop, taking a dive down the fire escape and landing onto the streets below. Hurt but not broken, Ace slightly whimpers as he sits up once again to ease his pain. Zaboo slowly rises, but his mask leaves him relatively unscathed from the fall. He's a big boy. Zaboo notices Ace's ridiculous cape and cowl are off. He then notices that there is a squad of people behind him, mostly animal control. Sitting with the doggo face, Ace Borks and runs off into the alley as animal control begins to tranquilize the saber-toothed tiger. Still giving chase, Zaboo continues down the alley where Ace sits patiently yet again, tongue out. Moving forward, things begin to move slow for him. The tranquilizer is now kicking in. As he stumbles forward, he shakes off the grogginess just a bit, but by the time he can gather his bearings, Ace has disappeared again. As his eyes begin to shut down slowly, the last image he sees is a good doggo with his jaw wide open coming down for a bite.
K.O.
Oh my
shit,
God.
That was nail biting.
Wow.
I can't believe he got him arrested.
A-cab,
That
goddamn.
dog's a cop.
That one literally was gonna go to Zaboo, but like coin flip decided Ace's fate.
I mean, Zaboo has a lot of advantages just on size,
Yeah.
but yeah, I suppose Ace is wily, and if you get them into that urban setting, say being a saber-toothed tiger is suddenly inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not subtle.
Well, that's now 3 for the Legion.
It sure is. And now we have to go from one of the oldest fights in history to something that almost looks like a cat fight if you squint. For my fight, I have selected Streaky the Super Cat versus Lockheed. And you know, Lockheed has a collar that makes him look like a cat sometimes, so same thing, cat fight, cool. Streaky the Super Cat is Supergirl's pet cat who's basically got Kryptonian abilities through exposure. Lockheed is a dragon, about the size of a cat. For this fight, I had 2 serious questions. 1, is Lockheed magic? And 2, how smart is Streaky? Because Lockheed has, like, above human intelligence, doesn't talk much. The first person to ever hear him speak was Kitty Pryde's ex-boyfriend, just because he wanted to tell him that he hated him.
Wow.
Weird move.
Wow.
But the answer to question 1, Lockheed is an alien, not necessarily magic.
Oh.
Yeah, this poses some fundamental problems. But given that Streaky is an Earth cat with Kryptonian abilities bestowed upon it, rather than a Kryptonian animal himself, I've chosen to kind of treat this as there are limitations to his invulnerability, because, you know, you got powers because you were hanging around with the wrong folks, bad influences.
The worst kinds, the genetic manipulation kinds.
And as long as they're on Krakoa, Lockheed's got a lot of advantages. Can call in allies. He's familiar with the territory. He used to be a spy for Sword, so, you know, we might be able to call in some favors from them in terms of how to take out a superpowered cat.
Wait, pause, wait. He was an agent for S.H.I.E.L.D.?
He was a mole from Sword, spying on the Institute for a while. Yes.
I accept it. Okay.
I mean, he's also got a wife and kids, so...
What?
What?
Other dragons.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Well, it's comics. They could have been human. Like,
Well-
I'm not surprised.
Savage Dragon has a girlfriend. I agree. No, you're right. 100%.
In an Otherworld comic, Lockheed is a human, so
Okay.
it's not off the table.
Why is he a
Okay.
dragon here?
I really couldn't tell you. He's an alien. I guess in that world, their aliens just that species of alien just looked more human. They were more humanoid, whereas here he's just a little cute dragon.
But only the ones?
Yeah. Just
I'm
he got
sorry,
a really
I have
shitty roll of the
defeated
dice.
you.
No, it's a good
Oh,
question.
you
Why is he
sound
like
so
that?
defeated. You sound so defeated, and I don't mean to comics you. It's just, yeah, it's
I know.
rending my brain a little.
That's fair. There isn't a good answer. Why is this dragon like that? And
Because
So
he
the answer
dragon.
is just because comics. It's okay. Just breeze over it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, honestly, I just thought this was a regular dragon, but lo and behold, it's a mole for Sword and Boinks. So I guess, it does more than I thought it did.
yeah.
Wait. Are
Yeah?
you telling me that Lockheed is the Men in Black?
Oh no.
Oh.
A little. At one point, Lockheed teaches a class at the Institute.
Cut this out. What do you mean?
It's amazing.
What?
So functionally, Streaky, who is just a cat, but with superpowers, is going up against a whole ass person.
This is not a fair
Be a
fight.
dragon.
Oh my! Listen, Streaky, like he already loses because Lockheed has academics. I'm done.
Putting a
Has
professor
schooling.
against a cat. I'm sorry.
That's not fair.
Professor Lockheed.
Like, I will definitely give Streaky some credit. You know, it's the Kryptonian abilities mean Streaky's got some invulnerability and super strength and laser vision going on, but the laser vision's actually not super useful because Lockheed can tank heat. Like, he's a fire-breathing dragon. Heat's not a big deal to this guy. So that's not going to work. And cat claws, no matter how much strength are behind them, are only so long. So they're not really going to be able to pierce his dragon hide very well. So Streaky's left with biting as his main method of attack here. And that's not bad, but if it's a bite contest, I wouldn't want to go up against a dragon personally.
No, my question is because it's got Kryptonian powers. So, like, does it have a strength level here, or is it like just limited?
Does it have the ice breath?
And Streaky's power set's limited, and he's never like expressed ice breath as far as we know.
There you go.
And if we wanted to be super comics about it, we could say it, you know, turns up at the last moment as a real ex machina. But we're not here for how could Streaky win this fight. We're here for will Streaky win this fight.
There you go.
Yep.
Streaky is not the protagonist. But there's also the factor that because Lockheed can fly at very high speeds, we're talking not quite space travel high speeds, but pretty close. And they will be spending at least a portion of this fight on DC Earth. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for Lockheed to, you know, zip away, find out how Kryptonians work, figure out kryptonite as a concept, and then get some of that. And I don't think Streaky is intelligent enough to stop Lockheed from doing that, because I'm not sure Streaky would recognize that that's a thing that needs to be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's losing this fight. I think Lockheed's taking it.
That's
So
one.
too.
That's one for Marvel. Okay, at least we got one for Marvel.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a clean sweep.
Yeah.
We're not totally biased. We now have our penultimate fight.
Throg
Throg.
versus Crypto.
And my money is on Throg.
You're joking.
Ooh.
Nope, my money's on Throg.
Nope, me too. I would go with that.
I see where you're coming from in terms of Throg being magic.
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, so Throg definitely magic, but
He has a Mjolnir.
he
Yeah.
does.
He's got berserker strength, electricity control, intellect, leadership, longevity, power items such as the hammer, stamina. He's a weapon master and and he controls weather. I mean,
Hold on.
Yes.
Are you going to
yes.
ignore Crypto's power to lead a show on his own?
No, I understand
Ew.
that. I understand. You have the power to lead your own show, but the people want Throg as well.
I do desperately want Throg.
Yeah,
This is
even
true.
And little cameos are not doing it for us. So
What
I mean,
about merch? There's merch.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's merch now.
Never enough merch.
But I'm with Throg, man, because that hammer, I mean, just because he may be invulnerable doesn't mean he won't feel pain. And magic stuff is painful for them. And he's going to feel that hammer every time.
That's true. But we got to keep in mind, right, that the biggest question here is, can Throg put Crypto down? And I'm not convinced on that.
I don't know, man.
Because for sure Throg will be able to do some damage. And you know what? Crypto's ability to put Throg down in return, kind of iffy. But you've got that sort of how do you kill a Kryptonian dog question.
Keep hammering at him.
I guess enough concussive engineering and that'll solve that problem.
Ooh,
However,
I mean,
I raise you
Yeah.
when you get hit with tiny Mjolnir,
Mm-hmm.
because you got to imagine, like, frog versus dog, like, standard-ish height, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's enough power behind it to do anything but just, like, toss him around just a little.
Wrong, because Throg is able to take down mountains, dude. So wrong. He can hurt you.
Size doesn't matter when you're a warrior.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude.
Ooh.
Superman has on record has lost to Wonder Woman, who's stature by stature smaller than him by frame, but has magical weapons, and she's beat his ass.
That's true.
So, I mean, as much as Superman, he has limitations due to magic, right? He's got his ass beat before. Batman's done it with fucking simple tools.
There's a reason your money should always be on Shazam, not Superman.
Yeah. So I mean, like, Yeah, man, Throg. That's a lot of power behind him, dude. And that hammer is the one factor that's separating two of them right now.
Throg has died though.
I'm looking at the record here. It says none. Died not once.
Has it not? I swear there was some situation where Throg was dying and told Jane Foster to run.
No, not here. It says died none.
Was that maybe Battle World?
That's possible. Oh, Battle World.
I don't know, man. Lord Puddlegup seems to be the winner right now. I mean, in my head, anyways.
I don't know.
The great Stormhopper.
Yeah, man, Puddlegulp, bro. Wheeling the mighty Frogglnear. That's what literally what the hammer's called. It's specifically for the frog. When you have that much going for you, the hammer's named after a frog. You're the mighty frog. I mean, I don't know. I like Crypto. He's a cute boy. I love the cape, but this frog has a deep, like, he has a war culture, dude.
That's true.
It wants to hurt.
Yeah, and not to mention that Crypto's powers don't work against magic.
Not
Superman coming up against magic is the same thing. They're not going to win. Magic is always more powerful.
That's fair. That's fair.
Reason why he always asks for help when it comes down to magic.
Satana, it's wizards again.
Yeah, man. Throg.
Yeah.
And again, Throg.
Read Eddie Justice League Dark, and let me tell you how involved Superman gets. Nada. He's useless.
Negative, he avoids that shit.
Exactly.
And again, man, the frog has a berserker mode. He actively wants war. It wants to battle. Crypto's a good boy. He just wants to just stop you, but not this frog. This frog wants to kill, actively kill.
I think that's also like the extent of Crypto's battle tactics are probably.
I'm sure Superman taught him something.
Yeah, to sit.
Okay, I'm Red. I want to support you with Crypto here, but come on, man. There's no way Superman was training his dog to fight people.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He wouldn't do that. Also, he doesn't probably know much about training dogs, so.
Just Throg, man.
Yeah, it'd have to be Throg, wouldn't it?
I'm thinking Throg, man.
Which
I agree it's Throg. I'm just upset that it's not Crypto. I've got a solid appreciation for Dog L. Leave it alone, okay?
Listen, man, he's a good boy, and I love him too. He's a good boy, but
that show underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. Very underrated. It's very entertaining. But man, I don't know. This situation here, anything magic wins out, man. I hate to say it. I mean, at this point now, my head thinks like Throg would just wipe out the rest of the team.
I'm also thinking about that too, and I don't. Unfortunately, I really think Flexi would be the survivor.
Yeah.
Just through sheer, how do you kill a bird that's just goo pretending to be a bird?
Yeah, essentially plastic and almost unbreakable.
And doesn't conduct electricity.
Exactly, you're rubber, right? So, I mean, yeah.
That's truly the I'm rubber, you're glue of that whole situation, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Unless he's just an asshole and he puts the hammer down on his head and suffocates him to death.
That would be rude.
But I mean, like, Throg has ways. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Throg wins.
Yeah, I think Throg has to win.
Yeah, man.
I think just eventually, like, even though Flexi is unbelievably plastic,
very difficult, but not impossible to kill.
I think just on sheer stamina, Throg just goes longer.
Yeah.
Like, it is just a bird.
It's just a bird.
And eventually, the more times you hit it, the more damage you're doing to some sort of structure.
It's also screwed up that one of the most dangerous creatures in the entire Marvel universe is a goddamn frog.
That doesn't get enough play.
That does not get enough play at all. You're right, Danica. Does not get
They've
enough play.
wasted him. Like he is, yes, one of the most powerful creatures, and they just kind of leave him be. He's a frog.
He even doing it with all his time.
I'm sorry, King-Man, but today you must fall.
Hell, Shino, you mentioned this before, but in Throg's Loki cameo, he's in a jar as if that would stop him?
Yeah. That's so bizarre. I mean, you can literally just call the hammer to break the glass, but I mean, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was right close too, which hurt my heart.
Yeah, I'm like, come on.
Oh, that's actually an interesting question about potential, like, any and all Thor variants. What's to stop them from playing the stupidest game of pass the hammer in the universe the end of time? But I suppose that's a discussion for another day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is this frog worthy of every hammer?
I think so.
Me too.
Throg rights.
Now I want a revision of Endgame. Sorry, of Infinity War, and I want Throg with Stormbreaker.
Can it be is it like a frog-sized version though? Because that would be cuter.
Yeah, I want frog sized Venom Stormbreaker.
He's so good.
Give me your arm, Tree. I need a hammer.
Oh, just a finger. Just a finger.
Just a finger, please.
Well, if you
now,
want to,
now Throg needs to meet Groot, though. Now
Yeah.
that made me think, like, if he needs, I want an adventure with Throg and Groot.
Yes.
Oh man.
That's money. You know what, James Gunn, if you
Yep.
ever end up listening to this somehow, some way, add Throg to GOTG3, please.
Heck yeah.
no, listen, add him to the Christmas special.
Please add him in there, please. In fact, just take Thor out the group and just put Throg instead.
Yes.
Thor really goes, actually, I went to therapy. I feel better now, but I did promise you a team member, so here.
Here.
Here you go. Here's my sub.
this is and he has
It's the
an alter
Jaro
ego.
of the Marvel
Frog
universe.
has a name. His name is Simon Walterson.
What?
He has a name.
No.
Oh no,
That's
you're
untrue.
lying to
You
me.
are lying.
No.
No, he has a name. He was once a
Walters.
he was once a man.
Oh no! You're not lying to me.
He was once a man. His wife was taking him from him, and now he became a frog. And
He was
thus-
a college football star.
Yep.
College skills.
Unbelievable.
But he's forgot those names now. For now, he is known as Frog Thor, Throg,
Puddle Gup.
and Puddle Gulp.
Oh my god, I'm looking at the goat forging Frogglenier.
Frogleneer.
Frogleneer.
man.
Oh. He's
Well,
the
that was-
hero we all need, okay?
He is.
Yeah.
You know what?
Throg is real. He is super real, and he'll handle the business.
Throg is love. Throg is life.
That's right.
Well, if you want to hear more about some more teams fighting, or you want to tell us how we're wrong, you can hit the like button, subscribe to the video. If you want to find us on Twitter, we're at Crusade Nerd. On Instagram, at Nerd Crusade. You can find us on Twitch twice a week in our Monday Night Mixer and our Itty Bitty Nerdy Committee.
And that's to be continued.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and button mash a thumbs up. If you want to swing by when we have a new video, web up the sub button. Oh, and while you're at it, hit the bell to be notified by.